The worst part about living on a boat is for sure cleaning the hull. I'm Roberta.
And I'm Duca.
And after 2 years bringing this sailboat that was neglected for over 22 years back to life, it's finally time to start exploring.
So don't forget to subscribe and to join us every Sunday for a new episode.
Today we are moving to another country. We are going to Antigua.
I'm really curious because Antigua is a place that I've been hearing for a long time. And Antigua, when we had the plans of crossing the Atlantic, we didn't talk about that yet. We might not cross the Atlantic this year, but when we had the plans of crossing the Atlantic, that's the place we wanted to live. It's from Antigua. It's always nice to see different places, different cultures, because it's not a French island. We keep changing, like you go to a French island, a non-French island, a French island, a non-French island. And also that means that after that we go to Barbuda, and Barbuda, supposedly there is also waves, and I'm really curious to Barbuda.
And they say that's a beautiful place, so let's go.
There's no wind yet, but you never know, so it's better to just raise the main now that's really calm, and then keep sailing with the main up, and when the breeze comes, the main stuff look better.
So the forecast is predicting light winds for today. Let's hope we have some and we can sail.
So cool, we are sailing right next to the wave. The wave is right there. This was for sure the best wave we got in the Caribbean so far. That was amazing. We've been here for 4 days and it's pumping every single day. Of course we didn't film because it's weird, like you get to someone's house and you already bring a camera. That doesn't really make sense. And there was a lot of people surfing, and we were the only ones not speaking French, so that means most of them probably live here. So yeah, better to play safe, but was just awesome. If you come to this island, I'm not going to tell which island, I'm just joking. Yeah, if you come to Guadeloupe, this is a really cool place. Northeast side of Guadeloupe. I believe this breaks a few times a year. It's really, really good. Awesome. But now, Antigua, here we go. A whale again! Our first whale in the Caribbean. There's a whale right there.
But here in the Caribbean, there is no one saying that the whales attack the boat and this and that. So it's cool to see them here.
Yeah, there's a whale. Let's try to see her again. Right there.
Oh, she's so close.
It's like almost like a dolphin, but a really huge one, and looks exactly like the ones. Oh. Yeah. He's definitely not a dolphin. It's pretty big to be a dolphin.
I guess once again the forecast was wrong and we are sailing.
Yeah, it says light winds and we are sailing like 5.5 knots. Pretty good. I mean, it's awesome. Sunny day out. No falls so far.
The thing about the Caribbean is like they always say there is no wind or the wind's gonna be light, and in the end we can always sail.
I guess she's taking things serious.
Why not?
Yeah, that's what drones are for, to fly. But that's scary. Sailing at, 14 knots. Oh.
It's up to you.
Let's do it.
I'll take you away to where the sun shines so bright, so bright. You can stare at the stars at night. You can tell me anything you like. I'll take you away to where the sun shines.
That was nice. I did it. We're saved, my friend.
One more day for the drone.
until the day it get lost.
sad moment.
Really, really sad moment. It's sad. We brought so much iced tea from Brazil. That's the last drip
Sip.
of iced tea.
Yeah.
I think we can share this little last drip of iced tea.
Okay, who is gonna drink last?
I'm gonna let you drink last. I'm gonna drink before you. No. Give it back. That's the last taste of our, home. I mean, we are at home. All this is our home, but still, iced tea from Brazil, really good.
Yeah. Our friend just got a fish and they're right in front of us, so we are gonna give a try.
Someone is jealous and wants a fish also. We're gonna try with this one and see what happens.
Squid's ready.
Let's try.
Amateurs. Go, Squid, go! Bring some goodies for us.
We always forget to fish. We need to think more about that. From now on, we're gonna fish every single time we go in between islands. We're gonna fish.
At least try. Not today. Not the first time we got a fish on our boat.
Yeah, I mean, we try at least. When we're getting closer, we need to take this line off. We need to roll the genoa, start the engine. So, unfortunately, seaweed.
This is our backyard for today. Once again, the color of the water. It's so amazing.
So we found our little spot in between so many boats, and we found a spot with sand because our friends that they are anchored right there, they said that it's not, the anchor is not working properly. It's like it's sliding. So I'm gonna go there by dinghy and tell them that there are a few spots around here that they can anchor because their depth sensor is not working and they didn't know how deep was here. That's the reason why they didn't come here. But it's like 4 meters, so it's fine.
So Ducan's gonna help them to anchor again.
I think you just don't love me anymore. I mean, like you just disappear. I was starting to get worried. The sail was good, was nice, not too strong, but good. Yeah. One more country.
Yay! Last time we filled our water tank was still in Granada, and it's been more than a month. And we were worried about where can we go to fill the water tank. And last night it rained, and we could collect some water. We collect one. That's to here. Two. The water is here, and then I moved to this one because it was during the night. So we have around 40 liters to fill our tanks. So we can take showers more often, and we hope we can collect more rain soon. In my opinion, cleaning the hull is the worst part about living on a boat. In the beginning it's fun, it's something to do, you dive and you clean, but after a while it's not fun anymore. You need to do this every other week or every month. And it's not fun. You need to dive. The compressor is not working right now. This one, it worked for like 10 minutes and then stopped. So we need to clean the hull free diving. Do you also think that cleaning the hull is the worst thing about living on a boat?
100%.
I hope someday someone find a solution and we don't need to clean the hull anymore.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I deserve some rest.
For sure.
We just want to take a second to welcome to our Patreon family Juan and Ray.
And Thomas, thanks so much for the PayPal donation.
And now, let's go back to the episode.
We have been in this anchorage for a couple of days already, and now it's time to explore before we move.
Here is the paradise of super yachts. I have no intention of having a super yacht one day, but I mean, they're way too different not to go around with the dinghy and check them out. Just massive. That's like a pirate ship, and there's a guy all the way up the mast fixing the sail that are just way too big. That's just one of the, I don't know how many sails. 1, 2, 3. If I count right, they have 25 sails. Can you imagine sailing with 25 sails?
I don't know how they work with these sails, how they open it, how they close it. Like, I have no idea.
Once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of that ship was the Billy O.T. The winds blew harder, bow dipped down, blow.
Do you think it's steel?
Yeah, I'm 100% sure it's steel.
Look at the size of the guy there.
Oh, that opens. The whole hatch, that's a hatch. The entire thing is a hatch. That's insane. Insane. Now we're gonna go to another one that it's huge, but now it's gonna seem really small. But it's really beautiful. We saw when we came in. Now it looks so small, but it's actually really big for sure.
My first time in town. My God is lost.
Yeah, I just turned a left. It was a right, I'm pretty sure. But I quite remember. I'll get there eventually. There's one thing we are always curious about the place we go is how much would cost to buy a house or a property. 3.6 million US dollars. A lot of money.
About this one.
3.2 million. 495,000 US dollars. Not really cheap.
But the cost of life here in this island is quite expensive comparing to the French ones, so I wouldn't buy.
Wait. It's getting cheaper. $225,000 you could buy this land. If we sell all, we could buy no house. Yeah, we're definitely not moving to Antigua. Sorry, Antigua, we are just passing by.
Never considered. Kind of busy here.
It's really busy. This is like a super yacht garage, pretty much.
So the idea for today was to come to check boats because Lucas said that there were tons of boats that I could see that they are different. But today there's so much less than when he came the other day.
I would say there is like half of the amount of super yachts today if compared to the day I came to do the check-in. But I mean, there is still some really cool different looking boats that we're never gonna go inside, we're never gonna have one, but it's nice to see from far away.
We enter into Antigua through English Harbor on the southeastern coast. It's a protected harbor and also an UNESCO heritage site, which means it's a landmark or an area with legal protection designated by UNESCO for having cultural, historical, scientific or other forms of significance. This place is actually a UNESCO heritage. I didn't know that.
Yeah, let's check out the museum.
Also, the area is naturally well suited to protect boats from hurricanes. It was the most expensive check-in so far for us in the Caribbean. $90 for the boat and the two of us. We didn't know that if you check in on the next harbor, it would cost a little bit less as you don't need to pay for the UNESCO fee. Well, living and learning.
I just found something special to do. We just crossed with this, I don't know, English phone cabin, and there's our friend's sticker here. It's funny how often that happens. Every island we go, we find one of our friends' stickers, so we need to glue our own sticker next to it. That's a really cool, different looking boat. A Motor Sailor Super Yacht. something like that. This garage is just insane. If you ask Roberta what's the most pretty thing here, I know Roberta, the curve, the line, the finishing. She loves lines. Oh, there's a person all the way up there.
Oh.
So high.
And you can see how big is the mast.
I cannot even imagine putting all this sail out. Scary.
We have some friends that they work in super yachts like that, and they say that's all electric and it's not as bad as you think to open a sail. How about this one with a boat on the boat?
A garage this big, I think we can afford one day. That would be really awesome. Can you imagine putting surfing boards and kite surfs and foils, everything in the next boat?
Funny name. It's Atlantic.
So let's go cross the Atlantic on this little boat. That would be really cool, but not for us. That's insane to think that someone sleeps inside this little thing and cross an ocean.
Not for me.
I don't think a person can fit inside there straight. I think you need to sleep with like bent legs. No, I can't put my head here.
Not doing that. We can't leave a place without going to their supermarket. So here we go. I still don't know if the prices are EC or American dollar. If it's EC, it's still so expensive. We didn't buy anything.
It's huge.
We are moving to a place called Green Island, and they say that it's a beautiful place in this area with clear water, so we are anxious to see it. But let's talk about that next week.